We are going. Hey! Random chaos. Didn't give you guys any time to be prepared. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this finale? Yes, the finale of this little Cottages and Cerberus actual play. I am the Cottage Master, the Master of Cozy, and the game developers of Cottages and Cerberus. With me, I have Jim as Spoons, Cassidy as Leta, Justin as Nyx, and Bella as Sage. We are going to hop right into it. No icebreaker like I promised.
What?
How
I
did
don't know
we
how to.
fire? No.
I don't know how to play a game without an icebreaker, Chris. I'm
I
not in
know.
character. How will I get into the character without an icebreaker?
real
We went to
test of
dinner
your
first or something.
real test of your skills today, buddy.
Let's go.
For what, like 23-ish sessions? The
21.
town 21. The town has been
Or 20.
essentially
21.
tormented by the mayor's plan to capture combat energy to resurrect some monster prince kid. Oh, the mayor's dead. The monster prince was using him.
Who could have ever predicted?
Not me. In the epic climax in the basement lab, you guys defeated the mayor, defeated the onslaught of monsters, defeated the monster prince possessing Sage's body, huh? Sage is better, don't worry about it. Well, except for, the wings she grew. And at that minute, essentially banished Nyx's sister Jack to, I don't know.
The next campaign.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That would be wild.
And with that, we basically took time to decompress for that evening. And this is just an epilogue. I have no idea if this session might go a bit shorter. It might go the full time. I have no idea. So we're going to start with the next day, next few days, and then we're going to go around, ask what each character do, and then we're going to kind of continue that, getting farther and farther out in the timeline until you guys are satisfied.
Sounds good to me.
So, does anyone have anything to do immediately after the day after the fight?
I think Nyx is just recovering, probably alternating between napping and eating cookies, and napping and eating cookies, and saying hi to everyone, and then yeah.
In like a similar vein, I think Sage would be permanently in the kitchen for at least 2 days post everything. Like stress baking, but more, I don't know, not in the manic typical Sage stress baking style, but like a more therapeutic. All of the baking they would have been doing if they weren't fighting monsters all the freaking time.
I feel like there's like part like beginning of the day, especially just like first like chunk of the day. Leda is also like, okay, we're taking time. We're stopping to like, you know, just sort of regather our bearings and everything, and also like taking time to like celebrate the fact that we did the thing. But then just after like a bit, I feel like she'd just get very antsy about having nothing to do and just be like back to working on like personal like science-y project stuff, like little gadgets and her potions and stuff. And she's like,
Okay.
yeah, everything's going really great, and we did it, and it's cool. But then she's also still like making like bombs, because Leda is nothing if not. She would say she's prepared for all situations. Others might say very paranoid.
Spoons would probably be doing a similar fashion, but fixing up all of the broken stuff in the cottage, cleaning, counting randomly, keeping busy because he'd just be like, I don't know what to do if I sit here. So he's fixing up the cottage.
Okay. Now we're gonna move on. What about Nyx? Did we cover Nyx?
Yeah, he's just big napping.
Big napping.
He's just recovering. He's had a month. He's firmly just gonna be napping and then napping, randomly talking to people. Probably like wanders down into Leda's lab, naps on his little in his little area down there, goes back upstairs, eats some cookies, says hi to Spoons and Sage, helps Spoons with something if he sees Spoons is doing something, goes back upstairs, naps with Boop, and then that's his day. And he earned it.
Then Spoons, what type of things does Nyx help you with?
It depends the time of day, I guess.
Give options.
Morning would be the living room, like the airy common ground area. Evening would probably be what else got destroyed? The front door, the like doing more of the heavy like sanding, painting, nailing things to the wall that fell. Making sure things are in place.
That Boop and I will come and help with that.
Oh, thanks, Nyx. This is quite helpful.
Yeah, no problem. That, and I figure if we'd have any heavy lifting, and I pat Boop on the head, he's gonna be able to help because I know I can't lift half of what this thing can.
You know, thinking about it, we probably should have built a gym or something to help us get stronger.
Nyx kind of looks at the cottage and goes, you know, do you ever feel, I kind of feel it, but do you ever feel like maybe we ignored the cottage a little more than we probably should have over the past couple of months?
I tried, and then every time I tried, something happened. You know, a wheel came busting in through the door, a bomb cat exploded everywhere. At some point, you just kind of be like, you know what, the gods are against us, and you kind of just accept how it is.
Yeah, you know, I think if there was anyone looking over this cottage, they're a real dickhead. Because, like, this thing blew up all the time. I think Leda's lab, how many times have we fixed that now?
I lost track at 15.
You know what's funny? It's a pattern now. Remember when the bomb cat Leda yelled at us that it wasn't a pattern? It is now. I think there's been enough times.
I wonder if that the curse. I can't fight. I don't know how to fight a curse. You know, I'm exhausted, even though I'm
honestly, if there was a curse on there, I'm sure Leda will figure it out.
That is true. I just hope that whatever being that is up there understands that we've been through hell and back and successfully defeated the forces of evil and definitely deserve to have a great cottage for once.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe next time there will be a group of heroes that can actually afford to spend some time on their cottage.
That would be very, very nice. Maybe have a sky castle or two.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I guess one can only dream.
I guess.
my good friend Cassidy, who would never mercilessly slander me like Jimothy and Justin Faye would.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My pure, innocent, amazing, beautiful, handsome, wonderful friend. What does Lita do?
I'm so tempted to say she's checking if there's a curse on her lab.
That would be so funny.
Can I roll curse?
Yeah, let's do it.
Target number on detecting a curse.
Well, if this is a so either would be a very powerful curse based on everything that happened, or you would be looking for something that isn't there, and that's really hard to prove. So I'm gonna make it target number 6.
We shouldn't have to roll dice, Chris. It's the finale.
I mean, I asked to roll dice.
True, this is true.
What TTRPG game do you not roll dice in? Come on.
There are diceless systems out there.
The TTRPG of life.
Ouch.
So true, bestie. Okay, I can't con my way into any extra dice.
Are you stating or asking?
That was a statement.
I cast help a friend.
Okay, yeah, no 6s.
You do have cozy toy.
I'm not. You know what else am I gonna be? What high stakes rolls am I doing today? You know?
Famous last words.
Double 6s. That's so funny. 2 out of 4, so I will spend a spoon because I can.
Okay, yeah.
And you know what? Just to broaden the scope of this slightly, like I started off with the bit, but I think genuinely, I think Lada's gonna do just like a little like kind of arcane sweep of the cottage just to make sure there's no like residual shenanigans.
Well, curses, you find none of those. Shenanigans, however.
I'm looking for nefarious shenanigans.
Actually, make me a target number 5 alchemy check. Think of this like disarming a magical trap.
Okay. I will spend a spoon.
Okay, you were about to trigger. It looks like a giant packet, and a small packet of something. And then, using your magic, you realize that, and then disable this trap of yellow, ever-expanding glitter. It's a glitter bomb that, once released, was going to just go bigger and bigger and bigger. There's residue of fey magic.
That's what I thought you'd fucking say.
So obviously, it comes from Nyx, who is well accustomed with fey magic. Obviously.
Surprise, Nick is Faye the whole time.
I think Lada's gonna. So it's like a glitter pack thing, but like it hasn't gone off yet.
Correct.
Lada's gonna go upstairs. She's gonna be like, "Hey, Nyx.
Yeah.
Do you know how to like open a portal to the Fey realm, or do you know a entrance point into it?"
Yeah, there's a well right next to my training ground that I go and leads right to Kaylor's garden.
Could we make a stop there at some point?
You want to go to Kaylor's garden?
I want to go to the well.
Why?
Leda just like holds up the glitter pack she found in her lab.
Next.
I think it's got left here. I'd love to return it.
Nix, make me a target number 5 alchemy check to see if you recognize what this is.
Yeah, we won't be rolling today.
I will use a spoon.
You recognize what it is, sadly.
Oh. When did they put that there?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think we can make a stop. Whenever you want to go, just let me know.
Great. At some point, Nyx and I will head to the well, and Leda just chucks that thing down the well.
Alright, nothing will happen with that. Anything else? So this would be later on few days after finishing up the fight. Anything else from Lita's end that you would like to do?
I mean, I guess there's still, like... I assume her family is going to all go home eventually.
Yeah, that's probably what happened this week.
Yeah, so Leda's gonna do farewell with the siblings.
Okay.
She did. Leda did promise Mavia that she and Tia would take Mavia dress shopping, so I feel like that has to happen before they leave. They'll head out. But from there, I think I leave it up to you if you want to make that a scene or not. But I think just if not, that happens.
Up to you if you have anything specific. I don't have anything specific planned for that.
Fair. I don't have anything super specific, but I think, yeah, at some point, Leda will fulfill her promise and she and Tia will take maybe a dress shopping, which I think is very cute. Insert, like, 90s teen movie montage here of just, like, maybe trying on different clothes and just, like, Leda and Tia, like, either shaking their heads or nodding.
I love this. What dress that Tia likes where later like, oh honey, no.
I'm trying to think, because they definitely have very different taste. I'm trying to think.
So I feel like she maybe being a dancer, she probably would both be more comfortable and like very tight, and then but also maybe more comfortable and very floofy, specifically like super floofy, the type of things that you wouldn't dance in. She probably would gravitate towards maybe overly floofy stuff because she just haven't learned that stuff. Maybe floofy to the point of tackiness, maybe.
So maybe you look like a cloud right now.
Thank you, Lita. I feel like one.
Yeah, it's very. You know what? Maybe I should dress in whatever's gonna make her feel confident.
You know what?
And
Take a
cloud,
cozy coin.
If that's a borderline spherical poofy dress, then that is her quest to fulfill, and I love that for her.
I think she will give you a bounce, jump up, like a jumping cog for a second. You're not sure if she's going to just float away from the poofs. And then as she's encasing the hug, you'll hardly feel her through the layers and layers of poofy gown.
I love that, actually. That's delightful.
Okay, what about Sage?
I like the,
continue.
Like Tia and Leda are like both hugging Mavia, and like their hands are nowhere near each other.
Nowhere near each other. I think Tia's like, Should we tell her? Like mouthing that to you?
She's happy.
You look fantastic, Mavia.
Aw.
I really like that.
Yeah, who's to say what is and isn't fashion? Fashion is whatever lives in your heart.
I love that, actually. That's really sweet.
And
Say-
you know, if you're not wearing a slightly embarrassing outfit to like a school formal, have you even been a teen?
I guess I wasn't a teen.
Scientists are still debating.
The world might know eventually, but not yet.
But not today. And then beyond that, I feel like Leda will like send off her family. Just be like, you know, great to have you all here. Would love some forewarning next time on when literally everyone comes to town. Almost everyone.
I think there's group consensus of, yeah, hopefully there's nothing of this, extent again.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And then also, like, I think Leda would just reiterate to, like, specifically with Regina, because she organizes so many of those things. Leda just kind of, I was gonna say it like in the most polite way possible, but no, Leda at some point is gonna say to Regina, in the future, if you would like for me to be at family events, you should invite me to them.
All right. Well, I have your address now.
That you do.
The postal service is pretty good, so. And just like if you get invited, we hope for you to come.
I will do my best. Hopefully, I will never have a month-long period as busy as the last one has been again in my life.
Oh, they were in town for like maybe 7 days.
Yeah, but like the month Leda's been having in general.
Oh, yeah. That was a really bad month.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
crazy. That was a really bad month.
That's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, who
My
would
comments
do
were
that?
justified.
All right. So this is like the kind of a later half of the week after the final fight. Anything for Sage?
Yeah. I think after the first couple days post fight, she'd actually want to start being a little productive. And I think one of the first orders of business would be actually like working on the cottage that she kind of sorta started. And I want to kind of make it clear, like it was kind of a romantic moment last session. Sage can't build a cottage. And so like the things that started happening were like she found a bunch of really big sticks and hammered them into the ground. And when I say hammered, she doesn't have a hammer. She just kind of like pushed it really hard. Sage is a capable
Three little
person.
pigs looking cottage.
Yeah, like she's capable. They're a very capable individual, but like not in the like building livable structures category. So I think at some point she would bring the group and be like, this is the thing that I'm working on. It's not a lot, but it's I started working on it. And then offer up if anyone wanted to help or had nothing better to do to come by and try to help. It doesn't have to be a group project. But I think at least her and Syra would get started on
So before you
making
invite
it
people, was Syra helping you with this, or are you trying to do this solo before?
for one day. No, for like maybe 2 hours. Sage was like, "I'm gonna go work on the house now. Don't wait up."
Okay.
And then I like to think that Syra found her, like just flounder.
Let's see how bad those 2 hours were. Make me a target number 6 alchemy check, and no, target number 6 lower check and target number 6 muscle check. The lower check is for knowing how to do it. The muscle check is for physically doing it.
Okay, hang on.
Them just like nail it.
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't want to use cozy coins because I have a feeling that at some point later today I might have to use them. So we're just gonna say that I don't pass either of those. And that's okay.
So
Let this be a lesson to the audience that you don't have to be good at everything.
I think Syra probably finds you like in the middle of a pile of like fallen like makeshift 2x4s, probably crying or pretty near it.
Yeah. It's not real like house wood either. It's like she found some twigs on the ground.
Sage, dear, you didn't have. Okay, we can do this together. Both of you, I'll roll for Syra, are making another target number 6 lower, target number 6 alchemy check.
Do they have to be target number 6? Can we have the power of being gay on our side? Like, there's something to be said for that audacity.
That's with the being gay adjustment.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
I cast a Hex Strike on that target number to lower it.
You can't.
Can you
You aren't. That? You aren't. No, and you aren't there.
Can I hex God real quick?
Hey, it wouldn't be that hard.
Ooh, Syra fails the logic. Syra fails the lore check. Nah.
I passed the lore check, but I didn't pass the alchemy check.
Okay, so maybe this was a bit more complicated than we thought.
I mean, I would like to think that I made a good start. Look, you know when a kid is in the woods and they're making a fort out of sticks and they're like, then this is where I'm going to sleep. And this is how Sage is like so delusional. She's like, look at this pile of sticks. That's gonna be the back door. It's gonna be okay. And we have a place to live anyway. It's not like we have to move anytime soon.
She's gonna get very close to you. You're right. I mean, we probably need some help, but till then, we can probably take our time. And then she's gonna kiss you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss my sweet little sapphic relationship in this game. This is gonna make me sad.
Let's not end the campaign. Let's keep it going.
Hey. This house might take a really fucking long time. But yeah, that's kind of
just periodically cut back to Sage and Syra building a cottage.
Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what she's up to. What her and Syra are both kind of up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything for the next? Anything else? Final call for this final week.
I feel like at a certain point after a couple of days, Leda will invite Nyx to come down to her lab, and on her big conspiracy board, she just has a bunch of stuff trying to like figure out where the fuck Jack went.
Oh. I guess you've been thinking about Jack, huh?
I dislike the idea of there being that loose end scenario running around.
I agree. I mean, I think we're pretty safe. She saw what we did to the little demon prince and the mayor and all those monsters. So I can't imagine she'd attack the house. But I do understand.
The chances might be low, but they are never zero.
I agree. So what do you want to do about it?
I mean, obviously, this is a far more personal situation for you, and I feel the best course of action is likely to let you. I don't want to force you into a situation where you are going to have to confront someone you do not feel ready to confront. But also, but also to be completely candid, until we figure out what to do about this, it's just going to be a thing in the back of my mind.
Got it. Um, I. I do not think that I can take Jack on by myself. And even if it was the two of us, I would worry. Especially if she gets my family involved. But being prepared doesn't hurt. I've been kind of thinking, as this week's gone on, that we save this village. We save this area. But it was so close. I want to get stronger in my own magic. And I don't know that I can do it from here.
What were you thinking?
Well, we can only learn and grow so much in this one spot. And if you want to hunt Jack down and keep learning, which I know you do, he points to the little thumbtack with a village, 3 villages away from us to the, I'm just going to say it's to the south, and go, why don't we go there? Why don't you and I travel a little bit? Let's go learn. Let's go get stronger, and let's find Jack.
I like that idea. I mean, obviously, again, it's been a deeply eventful series of weeks, and I think that And I didn't. I had a moment where I caught myself because I was going to say, oh, you deserve some time to rest and recuperate. And I know that if I had just said that, you were going to be like, oh, you also deserve that. So I tried to catch myself in the moment. And then it just kind of sounded more awkward, I think. But
You rested for half a day the day after the big fight, and then you were back in your lab. I rested for a day, and I've helped Spoons fix the cottage. Still waiting for it to randomly explode, but everything looks fine.
we're just going to be a little bit on edge about everything for a very long time.
But I've also walked around around the outside of the cottage a bunch. I've walked through the village. I'm rested. We don't have to leave tonight or tomorrow, but I think for both of our sanity, for just to get this out of our heads. And also I don't like just doing nothing. And then I pull Leda close to me and go, we could do something together.
Would like that.
I kiss her.
Aw.
Then
She
when do you...
kissed.
Oh, go ahead.
She kisses you back, and then when we both pull away, she says, "Nix, Umbra, do you want to go on an adventure with me?"
I do. Let's do it. We are gonna have to tell the others. I think my days of randomly disappearing are behind me.
Good.
Character growth.
Just a little bit. Yeah, we'll tell everyone tonight. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, anything else? This would be for the end of that first week after the fight. Anything else before we progress?
Nope, I'm good.
Do you want to roleplay telling the others?
Honestly, I'll leave that up to Sage and Spoons.
I'm happy either way.
I guess we don't have to play it out, but like, if you, whatever your characters would think about it, convey through montage. I don't know.
I like to think that Syra would be bummed about her buddy about
That's
I don't know. That's not fully up to me to decide because she's not my character, but
Thank you for informing me instead of just doing it. But who am I going to rant to? She whispers the rant to when that one goes and just like wanders off and does her thing without telling someone.
I haven't just gone off in like at least a week. Okay.
It has been like 4 days, and half of them we have been completely tied up in bed. Not like that. And she's going to
Spoons laughs at that a little because he's a little immature.
I think Lena will also laugh, but then says to Syra, "You and I should go out to that cafe again at some point before Nix and I leave. But also, we will always have the Berry Postal Service if you ever need to write and complain to me." And I will almost certainly, and I say this, and she looks at Nix, and I say this with deep love, I will almost certainly be doing the same.
That sounds like a
Complain
deal.
might be a strong word. Fond ribbing, I suppose.
I like that. Find a ribbing.
Can I try something with our walkie-talkie books?
I mean, you can
Yeah.
try it.
You can try anything. Imagination is the limit.
Okay, excellent.
And there's God saying no.
I'm one thing I'm gonna do, and I look to Siren and everyone, because Lena and I are leaving. I'm going to attempt to increase the range of these things, so you can talk to us wherever we are, not just within the several miles. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm pretty good at doing magic just by the seat of my pants, so I will give it a go tonight to see if I can increase the range.
Like
That
little
way.
fucking pocket magic cell towers.
All
I
right.
mean, he did add a little sphere in the garden. Could he make little transport points to increase the range?
I think that's maybe how that might work. You might have to make tiny little magic spears, and then they can relay off each other. And then you're smart. Nyx would be smart enough to add redundancies and stuff. But I will say, let's call this a ritual. So spin the spoon and make a target number 5 alchemy check.
There's a way to help people with rituals. How do I help him with the ritual?
Let me open up the almost completely laid out handy dandy rule book and read the exact rules.
Man, he doesn't memorize every rule at all times and know it at every minute,
Wow.
every
Sick and twisted.
the audacity.
It's cost 1 spoons and you gain 1 bonus dice.
So I also spend a spoon and then he gets a bonus dice.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right, yeah, I pass.
All right. Yeah. So I think I like the little relay points of having to make those magic little herbs, cell towers, essentially. But they don't have to be every 10 miles. It can be much longer than that. But yeah, every few days you'll have to add another one. But then you'll have long range communications with your buddies.
I explain it to them and go, yeah, and I'll do this. You'll be able to reach us with our books at any point.
Invent Wi-Fi for funsies.
And before you guys leave, Spoons will run up teary-eyed, give you each a hug, and
Got
go,
a little time before we head off.
oh, well, either way, he'll do it because he thinks you're leaving right now.
Oh,
And he goes, stay safe. Stay safe.
it will probably be at least a week or so before we leave.
Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving now. I got scared.
No, we'll be here for about a week and then we're gonna head out.
Oh, well, my statement still stands. Stay safe even within the week and after.
Tishbin.
Thank you.
Leda will hold up her arms for a hug.
Bird hug. I'm gonna teleport hug. It's happening.
Incredible.
Okay. So Leta and Nyx are gonna spend a week preparing, and I think that's going to. You might be able to squeeze in another thing or two, but that's probably taking up most of your time. Spoons, anything from you?
I probably not until after they leave because Spoons would be trying to spend as much time with them before they leave.
That is adorable.
Friendship.
See, I make nice characters sometimes, Chris.
Then Spoons is you do. Spoons being the nice character.
Just sweet little bird boy.
I
Find my only sweet little character.
I'm trying to think of others that I would be able to... Yeah, I can think of others that I would classify as sweet.
One other one.
One other one, but that's another.
We'll talk after stream.
2 is more than 1.
Sage, before I ask you that question...
Uh-oh.
What question? Am I missing something?
No,
do
you have anything else to do, like, in a few weeks before they leave?
I don't think anything incredibly pressing, no.
Good, because,
Great. Yeah.
not to get too personal, not to get into the weeds, but Sage and Syra are sharing a bed at this point, right?
Yes.
So, what is the sleeping arrangement? Do you guys cuddle, spoon, like a foot apart with like clear divider lines? This is important for reasons.
Yeah, I mean, we have a bunk bed. I don't believe in anything premarital. We don't even look at each other when we're in the same room, actually. They're
They have to
twins, too, like twin
communicate through
bunk
smoke
beds.
signals.
No room for any kind of shenanigans at all, actually.
Yeah. Who's on the top bunk? Who's on the bottom bunk?
Oh, Sage is totally on the top bunk because she's a little bitch. Like she 100%. No. It's definitely a king size bed because Sage, if we're gonna be whatever, Sage is 100% pillow princess, and they cuddle 110% of the time. Just, yeah, that's the long and short of it. Why, Chris? What's it to you?
One night, as you're getting ready, Syra has already fallen asleep and you are drifting, and you just kind of notice, remember, you have your own soul gem.
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot.
You kind of notice that you're lined up so your soul gems are completely aligned with one another. And you think you notice, like, them shining and kind of maybe reflecting or glowing or something of that sort as you drift off to sleep.
Are we gonna blow up the house? Like, wait, I'm really concerned.
It is cursed.
I know. Oh shit.
Jim, get your bingo card out.
I am. Hold on. Dream sequence!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'm actually doing this. Hold on. Go ahead. Continue.
as
The
you
prophecy, dream sequence, it's fulfilled.
as you fall asleep, you then are awakened. What does Sage think about the heat? Like, hot.
What do I think about one what?
Hot. The heat.
Oh. I think Sage would rather be hot than cold, but she's not like the humongous fan of like sweltering heat.
Well, that's unfortunate because Sage finds herself as she wakes up. First thing she sees is bright light, not like artificial light, beaming rays of sun, no clouds in the sky, and sand, piles and piles of sand in the sweltering heat. The sand piles shift and move, and then coalesce as they form into the giant sand demon.
I think Sage would kind of scramble up and be like, "Oh, hey."
He releases a mighty growl. Yes. I have been wanting a chance to speak to you alone.
She's gonna do like a kind of awkward half curtsy. I'm here. Am I in trouble? Oh crap. And then she's actually gonna turn it into a real curtsy. I'm sorry.
He releases a mighty laugh. You are funny. I like that.
Syra likes that too. What? What? I didn't. Who said that? Not me.
I once had a name, but that name has been swept away by the winds, erased from the sands of time. I am ancient. But yet I am trapped here in a tiny little gym for centuries. Yet my...
Did that?
Yeah. Ladies first.
I was just going to say that sucks, but now I feel stupid saying that, given the situation.
It does suck a bit, except I've been with many sand shapers over my lifetimes, and I have a certain fondness to this one, which is unfortunate because my power has been growing and growing, and it is soon to be too much to be contained inside Syra herself.
Oh, you're not you're not gonna blow up my girl. You're not gonna blow up my girlfriend, are you? That way I can't let you do that. Hey, you can't blow up my girlfriend. Respectfully.
Well, that is why you are here. I am sure I will one day, at one point you all will die, and yet here I will still be in this little gym.
I mean, it's bold of you to assume that I'm going to die, but like, please continue, please. Like that's fine.
And I will most likely be embedded in other sand shapes, and I'm sure one day there will be a insufferable prick who gets my gem, and seeing them explode inside out from sand, now that would be funny. I would rather that happen to a prick who deserves it than Syra, who seems to be a rather good, at least rather good for as far as humans go.
Yeah, I think she's pretty great. I'm so glad we can agree.
And that is
Oh, Sandy won.
And that is why you are here, because my power is growing, and it will be too much for the gym unless we find another place to store half of it. And he takes a giant claw and moves it towards you.
Hey, I would say take me out to dinner first, but I already made that joke on the stream, so I can't make it twice.
Consider me not exploding your girlfriend dinner.
shit. Okay, so do I reach out and take its hand, or is it like reaching for the soul gem?
I think as you reach out, it dissolves into sand, and the sand rushes towards you, straight to the soul gem, and you wake up.
Okay. No, fuck, shit, fuck.
You
Okay.
you wake up feeling maybe freaked out. That's up to you, but good, strong, energetic.
Sage has become such a weird, like, abomination of a person. It's really, I find this really funny.
We all.
Yeah.
Syra stares, looking at you. Good morning, Sage. I don't know why, but I think I feel very happy today.
I think I do too. I had like the craziest dream. I like talked to the sand demon that lives in your soul gem, and it was like super realistic feeling. I don't know, like it's one of those sleep paralysis episodes or something. I thought it was so much fun.
She takes a second. She looks at her soul gem, then at you. You did that for me?
Yeah, I would do anything for you. I
And
also really don't want you to explode. So
I
there's that too.
I also don't want me to explode. Um and then you did the thing and you didn't hide Sage Marie, and then sand actually does explode from her chest, creating like a giant sandy flower and like encapsulating you two. You are the best.
No, you're the best. And I'd attempt to like boop her nose. Sage is still totally waking up and is like only half processing all of what just happened. Like she goes to boop Syra's nose and it's like a sandy finger that kind of comes out. She's like, oh, yep, I think I get it now.
She will like take like brush her hands through her hair, kind of maybe tucking it behind the ear. Sage, have anyone ever told you that you are a complete dweeb? And then but she'll then boop your nose, but you're my dweeb.
People used to only call me the first part of that in high school. No one ever said I was their dweeb. Thanks. And then like they make out in the sandflower or whatever. It's my cute little fan fiction that I'm living out. I get to choose what happens.
I think the sand sheets go over guys, and we fade to black via sand.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good. I like that. That's a good idea.
And
Later, Nyx.
hi.
Are you guys ready to leave?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's like, yeah, it's a little, probably a couple of weeks. Like they do spend some time just like kind of
Okay, well then, if you're spending some
organizing affairs. Not even necessarily any specific like scenes. I just don't want to give the impression that they're immediately hopping over to the next thing.
if you're spending some time, oh no,
Oh no.
No. If you're spending some gems upside down now.
Oh,
Wee.
we have fun here, gang.
We have lots of fun. Jim!
Is that my fault?
It is fine.
I was raving upside down, alright?
Jim was living his best life.
So true.
So true, bestie. So yeah, actually, if you're doing that...
Actually.
Oh my god. Everything's fine. Ignore me. Ignore anything that's happening.
Yeah, we can go.
Okay, yeah. What's the plan?
I think Leda does spend a decent amount of time figuring out like just a route for them to go on, like that it's sort of in part of it is in the direction of like different locations that could be a lead on where Jack ended up, but then also some of them are just places that like have specific like stuff that I feel like Leda or Nyx would want to see.
Yeah, let's...
Places like big like hubs of like certain types of like magical sort of like study or progress or stuff.
Let's do a montage then. I'm gonna pitch your first village you guys visit, at least the first big one that you're like intentionally went to. Is a village full of cats. They live in cat head shaped huts. And they are they are ancestors to the people who act the ancient ones, who are the cats that invented the modern theory of magic. Unfortunately, they only speak in meows.
Finally! I cast tongues on me and Leda.
You guys probably learn a lot here. Eat a lot of tuna.
I'm sure Ophelia has a great time.
Ophelia has the best time.
One night while we were sitting in the village, I look over Leda and go, Do you think Spoons would like this place? With all the cats?
I mean, I feel like, genuinely something that I admire about Spoons is I feel like he can find a way to have a good time in most scenarios.
That's true. Also, it's a village of cats that aren't into water. It's actually amazing that he didn't end up here first.
At some point, once we are back home, we'll have to figure out some like places that we think everyone would enjoy going and see if anyone wants to do a group little trip, I guess.
True. Do you miss him?
Do.
Me too. But I am having fun learning all of this. I am amazed that so much magic came from cats.
Leda, like, I feel like somewhere like behind them, like Ophelia, like knocks something over, and Leda's just like, I'm not surprised.
Fair.
Meow, crash.
Ophelia, like
Meow.
Leda will like look behind her.
Meow. Innocent looking cat. Smokes and fumes right behind her.
I should go figure that out. I should make sure she doesn't make another explodey cat happen.
Yeah, that would be really hard to explain.
It would. I think as Leda goes to get up, she like sort of like leans over and just kisses Nyx and says, "I love you."
I love you too.
And then she'll go and get up to fix whatever is happening with Ophelia.
And Nyx will just go back to practicing whatever magic he's currently learning.
That was adorable. Okay. I'm sending over to you two. Montage this, giving as much or little detail to each scene as you want. What other places do you guys visit on this little magical expedition? You can have any scenes or conversations, or just paint like a static word picture.
Justin, I will leave it to you if anything springs to your mind first.
Yeah, I think after we've left the cat village, we continue going on. We find a village full of essentially spoons, a village full of bird people. We find we go into a village that has been long since abandoned, into an old library to find these very old books, that also had a lead to Jack. We find some clues there. I take some old looking books and store them for Sage.
I like the idea of us going to like the sand city that Syra is from at some point.
We go to the Sand City. The entire time learning new magic, getting stronger, but also like looking for clues for Jack. But the other thing I want to make very clear is every place we go to, if there's ever a like something wrong in the village, something wrong in that town, Nyx and Leda help. And we essentially start leaning into becoming like little detectives.
Okay, well, you said that. Now you have to pitch me on one of your cases, one of the scenarios. You did this to yourself.
Full fucking Holmes and Watson shit.
Yeah, sure. I can. Do you have anything?
My brain is going to like the kids' mystery books that I read, like the A to Z mysteries I read as a youth. But like trying to think of like a fun magic-y twist on it. Like I'm imagining something where they're just like, oh, you know what feels very cottage and servers? Like maybe something where just like little different like trinkets and knickknacks and little things of people's are like all disappearing, and then it turns out that there's like some little monster who's been like swiping stuff, and we're like, Nyx and Leda are on the case. Just went right into one of the Charlie's Angels poses.
Amazing. One second on that. I think that's adorable, actually. Bring it up on string. Here's the little guy.
Oh yeah, there is a monster where that's part of the premise, isn't there?
Oh, he's
Oh
adorable.
my god.
I don't think you beat him. I think this might even be a talking one. He's just wanted to swipe all the stuff. He's was slamming Monster energy drinks, stewing steakouts, but you guys outsmarted him. Follow the tracks. He followed his tracks of cigarettes and Monster Energies and coffee, specifically to his there, where there was just like a mountain of trinkets.
Amazing. The absolute implications of canonizing Monster Energy.
Right.
It's probably just a different fantasy thing with the same name, but I like the idea that it's just regular Monster Energy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean it's magic, but it's the same brand, same company.
Love that. Yeah, we go to the Sand City. We go to a couple more towns, and then we just keep doing that, finding clues of Jack, getting stronger.
Because I think it's such a like thing that like, especially like, at least a thing amongst people I know, it's like a discussion point with like couples where it's like the first time that you travel together, that's how you like know if that's like one of the early like make or break kind of things. And I think that it just is sort of a thing where like as Nyx and Leda are doing this, it kind of reinforces to both of them like the bond that they have and the fact that they really care about each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we are TTRPG players. We love drama here. We love messy. So yeah, you guys are cute, adorable. You guys, what are the parts that the struggles of traveling with each other? What are like who cares about cutesy working together? I want to know what are the things that pushed each other's buttons on this little journey.
I love who cares about being cutesy and working together from the person who made the cottagecore game.
There is the Cerberus aspect of cottages too.
Yeah.
There is a
Alright.
Cerberus, and we can consider this a Cerberus of relationships or something.
The true Cerberus of relationships is just the logistics of road trips.
I don't know that we ever had something that was like a knockout drag out fight, but as far as like things that Nyx would have to get used to being that close with Leda all the time and having to constantly do like we're doing everything together is her ability to plan. Nyx is very just do things and is not hot on the planning side of things. So especially at first, he realized he probably got on her nerves a bit by just them later going, we should probably go check that out, and he would immediately go do it instead of making any kind of plan.
Or just like that's so real. Like them waking up somewhere and Nyx is like, let's go do this today. And Leda's like, what? Why have we talked about it before right now?
Those are actually really good answers.
So yeah, eventually we would have had several conversations of Nyx needed to slow down a little and Leda needed to be a touch more spontaneous.
Or just as even just like as is often the case in things, it's just like communication. Who would have thought?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how long would you have spent on this little road trip of yours?
Oh, I don't know.
And just because I like the idea of Jack possibly being a bad guy for campaign 2, I think we kind of hit a dead end where the clues for Jack just dry up. We have an idea of where she might have gone, but every time we would follow a clue, it would lead to nowhere, or there'd be more questions than answers, and
Make me a target number 4 alchemy check.
Both of us, or can I help? Or
Later, you can use the help a friend action.
haha.
I'm gonna use a cozy coin.
Remind me how help a friend works.
Make it target number 2. In this case, it's an alchemy check. And success, you give 1 plus 1 spoon.
Oh, incredible. Plus 1 spoon or plus 1 dice?
Plus 1 dice, stupid mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, I passed target number 2 alchemy.
Okay, yeah, I make it. I have to use a spoon, but I make it.
You're being tracked.
Interesting. That's so silly, Chris.
There seems to be a bunch of tiny energies similar to Jack. They are moving slower than you. By slightly.
Could I take one of the little, like, hotspot things that we've been making and, like, modify it so it, like, emanates my or Nyx's or both of our magical signatures, and then just, like, stick it in the back of, like, a berry post office mail vehicle thing and just, like, let it ride around?
100%. That is ingenious.
It really is.
Do I have to roll anything for that?
I normally would, but in this case, I think you're okay.
Cool.
That is really smart.
Yep.
Hee. Thank you. I would ask the berry postman for permission.
Okay.
I'm just like, can I stick this? Just, you don't have to do anything with it, but can I just, like, stash this somewhere?
Most certainly, madam.
You cut out. I didn't hear the first half of what you said. I'm sorry.
Most certainly.
Thank you very much.
Next, after a bit,
And then I give him a little bomb for protection.
is this a snack?
One of the exploding consumables in this game is just hot sauce. So I guess technically, if you like spicy things, it could be. But I was thinking of it as more of a self-defense mechanism.
No, I'm a fruity boy. I prefer the sweet stuff.
Well, in that case, there you go, self-defense thing.
I mean, I probably can outrun it, but thank you certainly, and then it's gonna run Nyx. I'm gonna just let the roll over. You notice the energies starting to chase the moving target now, except one of the energies splits off and is moving much faster towards you.
Like, how much time do we have before it gets to us?
10 minutes maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less.
Would we have enough time to set a ritual up?
What's the ritual? Possibly.
Hey, Leda, do you remember that thing that Kaylor gave me, that I gave to you, that protects your lab? Do you still have that in your bag?
I believe so.
Phenomenal. This was actually meant to trick you. If I put it, it was supposed to completely encompass an area that I set it up in and keep you in or out. So, Kaylor. So what I'm thinking is whatever this thing is coming toward us, we can set it up, activate it, use it to trap whoever this is, which is probably Jack.
Are brilliant.
Thank you. I have had a lot of practice traveling with you. So will I have time to set this up?
Yeah, I think that's fucking brilliant. Target number. I'm gonna make this hard. I'm gonna make this hard for two reasons. You're in a rush, and this target might have some familiarity with magic. I am going to make this a target number 6 alchemy check.
Help a friend.
Help a friend. Actually, you don't even have to using ritual. You just spin the spoon, and they get that free dice.
Well, I just rolled a super success, so does that do anything?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm going to use my last cozy coin. I succeed. I'm going to have to take a spoon, though.
Okay. Now, what is as this person approach and your trap essentially is getting ready to go off? What is like? How are you two arranged? Are you two hiding?
Deeply amused and enamored by the idea of like Leda and Nyx just chilling.
Okay.
Like, because as I understand it, we're setting up like a little area that this person's going to be trapped in. So I like the idea of us being just outside the range of it, just vibing.
Yeah. We're just sitting there. I'm leaning up against Leda.
Okay.
Like Leda's just like using her like spider stuff. She's just like knitting or something.
Nyx, since you are the one doing the ritual, describe to Leta how this looks when the ritual goes off, when the trap.
When we've triggered it, so when the target gets there, all I have to do is snap my finger. It will, in a bright light, completely surround the person in essentially a shimmering box. And then because it's Kaylor, whomever is the one trapped inside will have an immense amount of glitter dumped on top of them.
Later, you see inside this box, unamused but also unfazed as glitter is just poured on top of them. Well, you know Nyx for a while. You would consider him an adult male of his species. Up until this point, however, in comparison, for a second, Nyx actually almost looks like a puppy in comparison to this large, I'm talking 7-8 foot tall, giant ripped blue elf man. Ripped pectoris, chiseled 10-pack abs, a few tattoos carved, nose shaped, giant spear and swords on his back. And next, you see Evan.
Evan is my... I'm trying to remember. That's my father, right?
I'm gonna message you.
If your whole family just has normie ass names and then your name is Nyx, that's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay, I remember now. Hello, brother.
can you please stop this tomfoolery?
I don't know.
Tomfoolery is kind of our area of expertise.
We are pretty good at it. So,
He
you know what?
takes... Okay, Argama?
I stop the glitter. What do you want, Evan? Why are you chasing us?
We are going... The clan is leaving.
Okay. Why does that concern me?
I thought you deserved to know.
Where are you going?
Elsewhere, there are... Jack is gone.
What do you mean Jack is gone? I just saw Jack. Well, a month ago.
That's about as far as Jack is. Jack is no longer on this planet.
I guess Mom and Dad finally got to her.
Jack got to Mom and Dad after you left.
I snapped my fingers and dropped the barrier.
Leda has a bomb in her hand, ready if any shenanigans are afoot. She's just like tossing it casually.
I take a step toward Evan. Well, I don't know where you all are going, but it's nice to know that you're still alive at the very least.
Jack visited me, told me that she was going to a place where she can let her magic truly roam free. She offered us a portal to a new realm, uncivilized, unconquered, full of giant beasts, free for us to prove our mettle. My talents are wasted on this soft, weak planet.
That makes Nick smile. The fact that you all believe that this planet is soft and weak is the very reason you all shouldn't be here. Just because something isn't swinging a sword or a mighty beast doesn't make it weak.
You are strange, Nyx. I am not sure what came in our bloodline to curate you.
I take a deep breath, and shadows begin to pour out of Nyx and wrap around Leda and start making images of spiders everywhere. I don't know, but I'm very glad it is.
Make me a target number. I'm gonna say we're gonna target his resist, and I feel like specifically since you and Jack, he's maybe is a bit of a mage hunter-ish, and so he will have a high resist. So another target number 6 alchemy check. Well, I've been saying that a lot today.
Can I help
Yeah.
a friend?
Yeah, you can help a friend.
And I just have a target number 2, right?
Yep.
So, and then if 3 dice succeed, it's a success, right? Okay, then that's a success, yeah.
Okay, so if 3 dice, so I rolled. I'm gonna roll your help a friend dice. 6 6 5 5 4 1 1.
Do you... 6 6. Do you spin the spoon?
Yeah, I spin the spoon.
You see him maybe shudder a bit in fear for a half second from the spiders.
Leda just does a creepy ass grin in the background. Like, still just tossing her little burn potion.
Evan, I hope whatever realm you all go to, you all have as much fun as possible. And I hope one day, specifically you, no one else, will come back and maybe be able to take time to see more of the world than training grounds and combat.
He grunts. And I hope you find fulfillment in your life, brother. He then eyes up later, shivers a bit. What does later do?
She does like the eye thing, but with like 4 fingers.
Oh, I forgot to.
Shivers again.
Hey. You're cut out, Justin.
You cut out.
Oh, I said, I forgot to introduce you all. Evan, this is my girlfriend, Leda. Leda, this is my brother, Evan.
Very nice to meet you.
Goodbye, brother. Congratulations on taming such a horrifying beast. Looking at Lita.
Thank you.
From you, I will take that as a compliment.
Oh, he meant that as a compliment 100%.
Goodbye, Evan.
And he walks into the forest, and then a bit later, you see him you'll sense him convening with the other things you were sensing earlier, and they disappear. You are the last of the Umbra clan left on the planet Nyx.
Well, I guess that takes care of Jack.
How are you feeling?
Great. Amazing. I'm happy to see my brother again. He was the one I missed the most, even if he is a little me smash. But knowing that they're somewhere away from us is a really good feeling.
I'm glad.
And Jack and and my family, they will keep each other busy for a long, long time. I think we've seen the last of them.
I guess then the next big question is, where do you want to go now?
Well, we've figured out where Jack is. We've learned plenty of magic. You want to go home? For now. Let's do it.
Spoons.
That's me.
Well, Nix and Later are still out maybe like a week or two afterwards. First, do you have anything you would like to do like a few weeks after they left?
Let me ask you something because maybe. Then no.
You know exactly what I'm doing, don't you?
Yes.
Ominous.
Poof.
Alright then.
Poof.
Your secret.
Poof. Snap! Snap! Snap!
I deserve that.
Spoons, what the fuck is wrong with you? Sapphire,
How much time do you have?
I don't know. A while, apparently? Several weeks?
I'll gesture to the couch. Please sit.
She teleports to the couch. She stands on the couch.
I'll stand on the couch too.
What the fuck? First you left, without ever telling me. Then I came in the village and was like, Spoonsy! And you didn't contact me for several days. Then you saved me from a monster and I was like, maybe he does like me. Then you don't contact me for several weeks. Do you not like me? What, like, is it me?
No. It's
Then-
clearly me.
Then why, if you like me, why don't you ever go and find me?
See, that's the thing. I tried to find you. I couldn't find you. I think it was me. Alright. Let me start from the beginning. You know I had to get away. Fork and knife. It all started with them. Once you found me again, I was so happy. But a bigger, larger monster came up. And every time I tried to find you to help with this monster, I couldn't find you. My family members, my new family members, were in danger, and I could not leave them. And it might have been the wrong decision for us, but for me, I finally have a family.
So
Go ahead.
So what about me?
You are part of that family, but you weren't in danger, and well, I couldn't find you, but I messed up. I should have spent more time finding you when my family was capable of handling themselves. But I panicked when I couldn't find you.
She's going to giggle a bit. You panicked when you couldn't find me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, but what about after the monster?
Well, You see how Nyx and Leda aren't here? Well, they went off to find someone probably dangerous and maybe deadly. I don't know. God, that's gonna keep me up all night. But I wanted to spend time with them before they took off for who knows how long.
You could have, just told me that and then said we could have time afterwards.
Yeah, I kind of messed up. I was tired, and that's not a good excuse. I really fucked up. You have every right to be mad at me.
I am so fucking mad at you.
Understandable. I'm mad at me too, if we're being honest.
Nope,
here.
you don't get to be mad at yourself. That takes away me being mad at you.
Or does that just add double the
No.
anger
Nope.
towards Spoon?
Nope. If you're feeling bad, because then you feel a bit bad about yourself, and then I'll feel bad, and I still stupidly like you for some stupid reason, and I want to feel mad at you guilt-free.
But see, that's because I'm adorable. And I'll just smile.
You are adorable. And I'm grumpy about it.
Hey, that's one step lower than mad. I'll take it. Progress.
Spoons, I like you, but I need you to talk to me. When I'm not in like life and death, like sometimes I just like to be around you.
I'll just reach out my hand.
She takes it.
I teleport her up to the roof. And I'll just point up.
She
Want to look at the moon with me? It's the shiniest thing I could think of right now.
That's the sun.
It's not date. What time is it?
Spoons, it's 11 p.m.
11 p.m. is nighttime.
I'm at 1 p.m.
1T1. Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, the sun's still shiny.
Spoons, do not look at... This evening, I would love to look at the moon with you.
Okay. So you went from mad to grumpy to looking from the moon with me. And he'll just go, yes.
But you aren't doing this shit anymore. You are going to talk to me. You're going to check in. You aren't going to go wander off.
As a joke, I'll teleport behind her.
Very funny.
Not reading the room at all.
Does Spoons have a middle name?
Ladle.
Yes.
What about last name?
Spoons Ladleson.
Spoons Ladleson. Poof. That's only funny when I do it and she teleports behind you.
I just imagine it just being teleport behind until the last one on the roof, and then one of us falls. It's gonna be Spoons.
As you fall, she'll catch you, teleport to the ground. I don't want to always be the one chasing you. I want you to sometimes take the effort to find me. So that's being said, you're it, and she teleports away.
Now, I teleport. I guess with teleporting, is there a way to sense the direction she teleported? Or is it just like...
I think your skill is enough that you could slightly sense the direction.
Yes. I'm gonna go and teleport wherever I think is the closest.
Mhm.
But I'm assuming I can't judge distance.
You can, a bit.
Yeah.
I think you guys play tag with you being Git for several hours until finally she teleports you back onto the roof and stand still.
He teleports me on the roof.
Oh, no, she teleports to the roof.
I teleport right in front and then just go and not tag her yet.
She'll fall in. Oops, I met. Perfect timing to look up at the moon.
Have we been playing tag for that long?
Yeah, you're really bad at it. So maybe I'm just that amazing.
You're that amazing.
You're not too bad yourself, Spoonsy.
I'll kiss her.
Oh, she'll kiss back. I have no idea how beat kisses work.
I don't either, but that's fine. The bird equivalent of kissing, whatever that may be.
That's for the fan artist to figure out.
That would you call it a
If you're an
little?
artist, feel free to draw it.
Would you call it a little peck?
Since we're streaming, I'm not gonna do my normal joke. Yes, Chris.
Okay. Later and Nick's return.
I took that opportunity to get some dice that had fallen on the floor.
I saw that and I was like, oh no, And now, final call. We're going to do Last Free Rain. Any final scenes?
Is this like after we've come back?
After we come back?
And this is the final scenes for this campaign.
Yeah, okay, if you want, we can do like the next few months, like the next year, and then we're going to do... I'll actually start with later. You do get several postcards, invitation for all of your nieces and nephews' birthdays from Regina. Gina, the twins are throwing a barbecue because why not? Probably Mavia's graduation.
I think. I guess if it's especially if it's in the time we're back. So I was gonna say while Leda and Nyx are off doing stuff, we'll probably try to stop in some places where some of Leda's family are just to like visit. But then after that, and then Leda will try to like make her way to some of the some family things because it's just it's nice like I think especially now because like now that they're all like adults and stuff, I think there's more of an ability to just kind of like be friends with each other.
I get that, yeah.
And like I don't know, I think especially as time goes on, Leda and maybe some of her other siblings, but especially for Leda, she kind of will start to put together, hey, this like hyper competitive environment that we all grew up in, that had to be fostered by someone, and it sure wasn't us, the siblings. It sure was an environment put in place by the people who raised us. So I think especially just as time goes on, Leda kind of starts to realize that like her siblings are all people and they don't actually all have to be in constant competition with each other, and they can just like each other, and who gives a fuck if her parents are impressed by her? She's impressed by her.
I think, so first, I assume since you were traveling, Nyx goes with you to Mavia's graduation party?
It's probably a ways Or I guess, oh, if she's like finishing magical high school, that would be around the same year. Um, if he wants to.
Yeah, I'll go with her.
Later. At the party, who would you have mostly talked to at the party? I feel like maybe Sia and Oren, maybe a bit of even Magnolia.
Feel. Yeah. Because I feel like Leda is trying to, like, figure Magnolia out. Because there's always been sort of a thing of, like, oh, Maggie's causing problems because she's Maggie. And then Leda's just like, that's not actually how people work.
You hear,
Typically.
you feel, hanging out with him, you feel a web tap on your shoulder.
Hello?
Sweetie, can we talk for a minute? It is
And
your
whose voice?
It is your mother.
Oh, Venatoria. Yeah. Sure.
Here, someplace private, and she's going to scurry off into the top of a tree.
Incredible. To remind the kids at home, she's full Drider lady. Like, full bottom half giant spider centaur fucking woman. And then her dad is just a guy. But yeah, Leda will go join her.
Hey, thank you. I wasn't thinking you would actually come. I think this means a lot to maybe
Why wouldn't I come?
you were off doing your own things. You get that from your father's mother, I think.
I mean, like you said, it was important to Mavia. So I wanted to be here.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate what you did for the family. I know you've been kind of weird young adult stuff, and everyone goes through that, but
I'm always going to be weird by your metric, I think.
yeah, you always were little weird, but that what makes you you.
Thank
Yeah, you were kind of the breaking point between the siblings.
the fact that you're aware of that feels strange.
I mean, a parent is aware of every mistakes that they made, and then a handful of the ones that the kids don't even know about.
Which half do you think are the mistakes then?
None of them are the mistakes, but the front half has a lot more issues. I think the second half of the kids starting with you are a lot happier. Like, Regina was not giggling at her graduation party. She was already like planning her next 3 years of college. That girl, type A. I have no idea where she gets it from.
It's a total mystery. Who could ever say? Is this the kind of thing you've ever talked with Regina about? Or Joro? Or Nedra? Or Magnolia?
Like the fact that I knew that I made some mistakes with them.
I feel like an acknowledgement of that from you would be very meaningful.
Make me a charm check. I'll keep it low at 3.
Later rolls 1 die for this. Hey, that's a 5.
Do you spend a bit of extra effort to really sell your point here?
I think, because Leda does not mean this with any degree of hostility. She came in a little bit hot at the beginning of this convo, but like Leda does not say that with any ill will.
Yeah.
It's just sort of a thing of like,
I mean, I was asking if you spin the spoon.
I know, but
Okay.
just as a narrative justification.
I love a narrative justification.
I think just because like in general, just when you've undergone a situation that has in some way been frustrating involving your relationship with another person, it can be helpful when it can give just sort of, it's just nice to have an acknowledgement from that other person that they're like, hey, I'm aware that like this isn't something that happened to you. Words. Not even happened to you. She thinks she's like, just I'm aware that this isn't whatever feelings you have on the situation do not exist in a void in your mind. Like, I acknowledge that things could have been different than they were.
I think, honey, I think of myself as I am, like, on paper, very smart, very powerful magician. Same with your father. And we pass that on. I have no idea how I had a child who was so emotionally intelligent. I have no idea where you got that from.
And my friends.
I'm glad you've kind of struck out on your own. I hope you'll visit a bit more.
I would like that too.
I would like that too. And I probably should talk to them. Not now, not today. This is about our little baby.
Yeah, this is today's for Mavia.
You did good. I am proud to call myself your parents.
Thank you. That's very meaningful.
And she'll embrace you in a hug.
And later we'll hug her.
Okay. Any more scenes? Okay. Final call.
Do you have like a thing you're gonna do, Chris? Or
I have a thing I'm gonna do.
okay, cool. Because I was like, I'm gonna feel like an asshole if we end on Leda.
we are going to look at a clock and then see it rewind to last session when Jack disappeared. And we see Jack appear at a in a new world. There's a few civilizations, but this is really, compared to the world we were playing in, at that point, less development. And then we see Jack say, I shall be one with magic. And Jack explodes into mist. We zoom out of the planet and see the planet, pieces of the planet shatter, and form into giant islands floating above the clouds as generations pass. We see development of airships, all resting on the magic of Jack. This is the end of the story of these 4 characters: Spoon, Sage, Leta, and Nick Sombra. But this is not the end of us telling cozy little tales. And by cozy, I do not mean coziness over a bunch of trauma. Not at all. I mean lots of trauma and a bit of cozy blankets on top of them. Thank you for playing with me for the past 6 months, you guys. I have...
Can I pitch a closing image for the No You crew? Just because, like I said, I feel like an asshole if the last scene of us is just Leda.
I would love a closing image.
Because I was thinking about this and I was like, oh, what would be a cute little closing postcard image, if you will. And I like the idea of, like, once Leda and Nyx are back home, just like some evening where like the No You crew and then like Syra and Sapphire maybe are all just like hanging out in the garden next to the cottage, like the little Fae garden, and like Ophelia and Boop and Ruby and Frank are all just sort of like running around playing, and it's just like this little group of people who all really care about each other and have their own little family, just like hanging out, spending time together in their cool magic garden next to their house.
I love that. And yeah, thank you guys for playing with me for the last 6 months, for being a little found family of my own. To everyone else who have worked on the Cottage and Cerberus projects over the past year and some change. I have grown immensely as a person through the project and through you guys, and you guys rock. And I can't wait I can't wait to roll some more dice with you guys in 2 weeks when we start the next campaign with a new Session 0. Till then, this is, for the last time on this Dream Overlay, this is Chris Pellick. Stay cozy, y'all.